Boom.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Howdy, Jackson. Howdy, Richie.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Jackson.
Hello, Richie. Hello, chat. Give me just a second.
Hi, Hunter. Hi, Jay Paul. Don
Hello,
Roll.
everyone in the chat.
Yogi. Julie. Good to have y'all here. Hi, 5 Mile. What happened? Did I kick him out or did he leave?
He said he had something going on. Maybe he just had to pop out and pop back in.
Oh, okay. I missed that.
There he is.
I noticed he had the banner running, which means he's on the other thing. So I just come back in, so I have my powers.
Oh. Jackson, you're going to go out and do what tomorrow? Some exploring?
No, too damn hot down here. We're in hibernation.
I'm
going to be exploring the mall for school clothes.
That's more
that time of the year, huh?
'Tis the season.
Hi, Jim. Yeah. Hi, Ronnie. I used to hate that.
Hey, Brian.
The wife would want to go down to Sacramento for that because Macy's was having basement sales. I looked at her and went, I'd rather go to South Sac or South LA. Go up against the street gang than all them freaking mothers in the basement of Macy's.
The thing a lot of people don't realize is that the sales really aren't that good. You go look at their prices the week before the sale, and then go look at the sale price, and you're like, if it's even a savings, all they effectively do, nothing is ever list price at any of those stores. It's always discounted. So you can go in today and say a pair of jeans $20, but you wait a week and it goes to the back to the school sales, and the pair of jeans will be 2 for $35 or something like that. But when the pair, I said that wrong, but today, you go in today, the jeans are $20 marked down to $15.99. You go in next week to the back to school sales, it's 2 for $35.99 or 2 for $35. It's really not a sale, it's a gimmick.
Yeah.
And I mean,
the difference with the Macy basement sales is it was a lot of stuff that was left over from last year. Hi, Paula. And they would throw it down to the basement so you could get Levi's for $5 a pair. I mean, nice. In the old days, really. So you would just, I know you've probably seen it in movies or stuff where these women are going crazy and ripping stuff out each other's hands. Freaking lie. I've seen that in a Macy's basement sale. They would just go nuts in there.
Yeah, I mean, you just don't see sales like that anymore.
No.
Everybody's sale, everything's always on sale. Everybody's sale is just blah. The Black Friday sales around here, maybe it's different in other places. The Black Friday sales, you go in there and you're like, what's really on sale? It all looks like the same price it was before. And what it is they, like Walmart, the TVs or whatever, they're already selling them as cheap as they can possibly sell them. I can walk in there and buy a 20-inch TV right now for $79.99. And then we can have a Black Friday sale where a 20-inch TV is $79.99. There's no difference.
Yeah, there isn't. Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Hi, Jim and Kari. Whoa, why are you not? You should have a.
It's the game they play, though. Some shoppers got to think that they got a good deal.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it gets them to buy. If they don't think they're getting something on sale or getting some type of deal, then they won't buy anything.
The sooner you can come to the realization that just because it's on sale, whether or not it's a good sale, just because it's on sale doesn't mean I need to buy it.
No, we even did that back when I worked in the supermarket. We have something that wasn't new because I worked in one of those supermarkets that had distressed and upfront merchandise. So we got this really good deal on capers one time. And thank you, Rich. And we were selling them for 25 cents a can. Well, they were like 89 cents a can in the later grocery store. So they weren't moving. So Greg, one of the guys, walks down, pulls out one of the round center aisle baskets to put puts them all in there, and puts under 25 cents a piece or 3 for $1. By the end of the day, that freaking basket was every woman, sorry, girls, everyone that came through there had 3 cans. So $1 for 3 cans. If they would have bought 4, it would have been $1 for,
Yeah.
That's it.
I read it.
Costco does similar stuff. I'm just sitting here killing time. So I'm looking at a Costco, the local Costco flyer. You don't see a price on any item in here. There's not a price on any single thing in here. It's all $2 off, $3 off, $5 off, $7 off. It doesn't tell you that it's $7 off of more than you would pay anywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't really need a 55-gallon drum of ketchup right now. I'm sure that's their
Hi, Rob Wago.
But there's not a single price in this magazine that I can see. Everything is X dollars off.
Well, what I've noticed lately, especially like Walmart and Amazon, okay, you go in and you buy like the staples, you have like laundry stuff. Usually the bigger is cheaper. Well, apparently they got themselves overstocked on the little bottles. I mean, the tiny ones. Because I'm looking at the price going, I can buy 4 of those for $2 cheaper than a big bottle and come out with 10 ounces more of the same stuff. Yeah, so I buy 4 little ones.
Oh, Loretta, I hope you get better. Yeah, for a few years, me and my dad were poor. My parents split up. I lived with my father. Me and my dad were poor, so we would go shop at the grocery stores when they were still all night. So you could go in at 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
And wander the aisles in peace without people ramming your cart and all that. So we didn't have a lot of money. So he taught me how to shop by price per ounce. And I have trouble explaining this to some people. Sometimes the mega bulk package is not the best deal. It's cheaper to buy 5 of the single servings.
Yeah.
The price per ounce doesn't lie. It goes by fluid weight or whatever ounce that you're buying. It's the price per ounce.
Yep.
I find a lot, we still buy the bag cereals, the plastic bag cereals. Fruity Pebbles go really quick in my house. A lot of the times you can buy the bag name brand Fruity Pebbles cheaper than you can buy the bag Fruity Dino Bites that the store sells.
Yep.
About half of the time. It's cheaper per ounce, but people think they're getting a better deal because they buy the multi meal. No, it's actually the name brand is cheaper today. We'll buy that.
Yeah, you're right. You got to watch the price per ounce.
I don't got
Buyer beware.
Yep, buyer beware. And
You probably have a channel there, Zach. Shopping with Zaxxon.
Yeah.
I ain't got time for all that.
I notice now too, it's depending on the store brand, it was always, you could always figure stuff like S&W or any of the name brands that come into the store were better than the house brand. Well, I've discovered a lot of the house brand stuff is way better than the upfront name brand anymore.
It can swing both ways. Here's an interesting one I learned. I was at Walmart, and I was looking at the Walmart brand Aveeno soap, the Equate brand Aveeno soap, and I was looking at the ingredients and all that, and the ingredients were identical, and the Aveeno brand said compare to, and it used the brand name of that soap. So I got to looking into it. You want to know why they can use that brand infringement of saying compare to?
Because
they own the company. It's the same soap.
Yeah.
This is lotion that I learned that on. But if they say compare to, they own the company. So look at the ingredient list. If the ingredient list is the same, it's probably the identical stuff.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
God, that's like I'm trying to remember the name brand of purple gel ointment used to buy. Thank you, Julie. Anyways, the stuff was like $8 for a 2.5 ounce tube for a year. It's gone even more now. But right on the same shelf next to it was another brand that was less than half the price. And my friend always bought the more expensive one. I go, dude, read the label. I go, the cheaper one is the exact same as more expensive one. It's even the same company. He goes, no, it isn't. So he pulled it away. He goes, son of a bitch, I've been paying more than twice as much for years. I go, yeah, it's the same damn thing. Thank you, Rich.
5 Mile says the Jergens shea butter keeps me looking pretty. That I think Jergens is one of the companies that Walmart owns.
More than likely.
Yeah,
They own a bunch, that's for sure.
you work hard for your money. Pay attention to where it goes.
I will, you mean. I don't have to worry about toothpaste, Loretta. I use denture tabs, so. One thing you learn about when you have dentures, you don't want to use toothpaste, not even substitute for dentures. Because they still make two-piece dentures, and all toothpaste is gritty. But actually, and every dentist that sells you dentures will tell you you want to use toothpaste. So it wears them out quicker. So. Okay, Danny, you're not a little kid, but you want to have to have the cereal with the toy in the box. Huh?
The toys they put in them these days aren't worth anything anyway.
Yeah.
Well, you gotta remember he didn't mention where he was buying his cereal, so there might be some certain cereals and some certain kinds of stores that come with a toy in the box.
Jergens is owned by the Japanese, says Mermaid. Okay. Not know that.
I don't really know.
That's like the Coca-Cola company. God, I don't know how many times that's actually been sold. Or some of the West Coast grocery stores. Every time I was turning around, they're getting sold to another company, so they close up, put the other name on it. Because in a lot of small towns in California, if you had two different named grocery stores and they're owned by the same company, they wouldn't allow them both in the same town. You could have two of one or two of the other, but not one of each. So I marked the senile detectorist.
Well, look at Chrysler Corporation. How many times has that been sold?
Oh God, at least 8 or 9.
Do they even make a Chrysler car anymore? I know that they still make Jeeps and Ram trucks and stuff, but
well, they're trying to spin Ram off as a separate brand, Stellantis now, because Ram's the only one that's any good, and that's the only reason people are buying the Chrysler Corporation. So they spun Ram off as its own second brand. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, they still make a couple of Chrysler cars. Most of your car companies are getting away from making actual cars because that's not what the majority of the people want. They all want the SUV type things.
Yeah.
So it's like Ford doesn't make a car anymore that I know of. Everything is like starts at the Ford Escape and it goes bigger from there.
do they still make the Mustang though?
They probably make the Mustang. I know they discontinued the Focus. I'm pretty sure they discontinued the Fusion, the Taurus, all those.
They discontinued the big one that used to be a cop car. They got rid of those.
Oh, the Crown Vic. Yeah, the idiots got rid of that.
Yeah, that was a great car too. People loved them.
Georgianne says Kroger owns half of Giant Eagle. Yeah, our version of Kroger out here is Food for Less. It's owned by, it's the same thing. It's Kroger.
And we don't have Kroger. We don't have Costco or any of those up here.
Hi, Scott. Yeah, they've been doing that for years, Scott. When they get a certain age, they cannot fly with the rest of the royalty to make sure that goes on. $35 in the house. Thank you.
Every car's cheap and plastic made anymore.
Oh, yeah. Pretty close, Jim. Sooner or later, the whole world will be owned by one man from China. It's getting there. Well, that's like, they talk about China doing a war on us. They don't want to try to wage a war. They'd lose. But they can take us out financially. So.
Then where will they sell all that crap?
Yeah, I got a differing opinion like that. At the end of the day, they could try whatever they want, but you can't bully the biggest bully on the planet. Because if we don't want to pay them, we'll ultimately just tell them we're not going to pay you. You know, all your land that you bought in America is void. And what are they going to do about it? Nothing, because all we really need is Canada and Mexico to take over the world. If we have Canada and Mexico with us, which we will, no, North America will rule the world if they wanted to. But you've got other countries like Australia has never not sided with the U.S. in a war. Canada's never not sided with the U.S. in a war.
Yep. Paul Abrams. We drive a 2013 Crown Victoria.
Those are good cars.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
Older than my truck.
Do what?
It's almost as old as my truck.
Oh, my favorite work truck right now is an 03.
yeah.
I got an 04.
I got an old Ford that should have died a long time ago, but it just keeps going.
No, I learned with the Crown Vics, you want to buy the ones that have the basic roll-up windows and regular interior. They hold it better than the electric windows and all the fancy crap they put in. All that stuff falls apart quick. But the train goes forever.
If you're actually trying to buy a Crown Victoria, you need to look at the GVW on it. There were a lot of police package Crown Victorias that got sold as regular Crown Victorias.
Yep.
And the only way to tell them apart, if you get the high GVW, you get a good Crown Victoria. If you get the low GVW, it's actually kind of weak and a piece of junk. So every now and then you'll have people talk about, oh, well, I had a Crown Vic and everything kept breaking on it. They had a civilian edition, and it's just the way to tell them apart is the lower GVW. If you get the higher GVW one, then it's got the police suspension on it. They take a beating, thicker tie rods, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, the police Crown Victorias are the best. Stiffer suspension, everything's built tougher. Yeah. For a while there, I know they were starting to try to take all that stuff off and put the cheaper stuff back on, and once people learn that, they quit going to the auctions and buying them. Why? I'm not getting what I want. You know?
The Crown, if Ford would have just updated the engine, the Crown Victoria would still be here and it would still be reigning supreme, because that European built Charger piece of crap does not hold up. Just plain fact matters. It does not hold up. It doesn't take the abuse. It runs real good when it runs right, but they don't hold a candle to the Crown Vics. Mermaid says she's looking for a van to convert into a camper.
Yeah.
I recommend seeing us.
You might actually, Anna, you might want to think of just trying to find an actual RV, because I know if you want to use KLAs, a lot of the KLA campgrounds now will not let conversions in, whether it be a schoolie or a van. It's got to be an actual RV or you can't stay there anymore. Which I thought was a load of crap.
I learned a few years ago, if you're former military, you can camp at basically any military post just inside of the gate for $20 a night. It's cheap.
Yep.
And obviously there's still crime on posts, but
Mr. Mike,
if it all went bad, that'd be a pretty good place to be.
Oh yeah. They've been doing that ever since World War II. People thought they were just parking lots, but actually what it is, it's for servicemen to pull in their trailers or their RVs and live there. They've been doing that for a long time. I used to know a couple guys that just traveled across country doing that back and forth, would just stay there.
I know a few people that are doing that.
Yeah.
Mermaid, for my 2 cents, you would want to go Sienna. They're harder to work on, more expensive to work on, but you work on them far less than you do a Grand Caravan. Yeah, Scott, if you got some kind of a camper, I don't know if you can just full on tent camp, but former service members get access to RV parking on base, and it's cheap. It's like $20.
No, the only difference to that, there's the guy that runs that. It's up to his choice how long you can stay there, and if you can come back in the same year. Because I know the guy down at Camp Beale he'd get mad if you made it more than 2 trips in a year and kick you out. So
That could be. I don't really know. Hello, Park Rat. Actually, Mermaid, what's more important to you if you're going Mexico and Central America is what the people know how to fix.
hey, Marty.
If they know how to fix the Dodges and not the Toyotas, then you want to go with the Dodge. It's all about what the people where you're at can fix. Because if a Sienna is too complicated for them, then you put yourself in a thing where they can.
Yeah, they can't repair it. That makes sense.
They can't repair. I know one guy. He's got an offshore boat. I don't know how many engines, but it's a fishing boat. It's a decent sized fishing boat, and he bought it up here. And I guess the platform, I don't know if it's a Yamaha or what. I guess the platform's commonly known as junk, no good. And he says he's telling us that, and we're like, why would you buy that if it's junk? He says because the Mexican fishing industry is subsidized. And that's what they all buy. He says, so while it's junk in America, that's what they know how to fix down there. He says, I can't even communicate with them. He knows very little Spanish. He says, but they know how to fix those engines. You just hand them your boat and tell them it's messed up, and they take it back there and fix it. That was his whole reason for having I believe it was Yamaha powered, was the Mexican government subsidizes the fishing industry down there, and they all run Yamahas. So all the guys know how to fix them. And then I guess there's a little bit of theft or corruption or whatever you want to call it, to where they could
Later, Gary. Thanks for stopping in.
basically say they put the parts on something else and sell them to you, and they're making money at it. But at the end of the day, who cares? As long as they can fix the stupid boat.
That's like over in Japan. They're the largest motorcycle manufacturer country in the world, right? That's the hardest place to get a motorcycle license too. So,
I bet they all run Kawasaki's or Yamahas too.
oh, they run everything over there. Suzuki, Kawai, Hondas. They export so much of that stuff. And also, if it's over 400 cc's, you've got to get a different license.
Just go to India. No license required. No emissions required.
See, in Japan, through the whole country, they're geared up for motorcycles. So they have travel lodges that are just for motorcycles through the whole country.
Yeah.
You get on a ferry to go from one island to the other island. First on is the motorcycle. They have their own little places down by their motorcycles to stay in. It's sleeping quarters if it's a long, because like to get to Hokkaido, which is the furthest north and second largest island, it's a day and a half by ferry to get there. So you have sleeping quarters. Yeah, that's a cat tree, Scott.
It's all area, and it changes drastically for what's good in that area, because it's all what's worked on.
Thank you,
Oh,
Mark the
Hey,
Bird.
Mark.
Nice. Oh, it is Mermaid. And before I die, somehow I'm going to get over there and do it. I want to go to Hokkaido for two reasons. One, it's one of the most beautiful islands in the world. Just gorgeous there. A little cold, even in the south. Off the mountains, it's cold. Hey, Robster's here. But
Hey, Rob.
there was a guy, Japanese gentleman in here named Butaro, used to visit us, and I got an email from him not so long ago, and he works for the train company in northern Hokkaido. I'd like to go over there, ride a motorcycle up, and go visit him. It'd be
Rob,
awesome.
if you log in through the crew side, you can have all your powers.
That's right.
No, the other cool one. There's a YouTube channel, Japan Explorer. He does a lot of live walks. They drink a lot and nightlife type things, but he does a lot of live walks. I mean, Japan looks like a great place, and it's not like he's a drunken moron. They just stop by for some sake or whatever, have a drink or two at this bar, and vanish.
I've been to Japan. It was back in the late 70s, and I only hit Tokyo and around it. But I always wanted to visit a few of the other islands, but Hokkaido is just so beautiful. The Japanese people love Americans, so you're treated well everywhere you go. But I got interested again because I've been watching this travel show of this husband and wife team. She's from Colombia. He's half Canadian, half Japanese. Well, when they got together, they were in Colombia, so they spent 2 years riding motorcycles around Colombia. Then they're now in Japan. They've been there for 2.5 years, I think now, hitting every island and stuff. But it's just amazing what they've done over there. So.
Well, all right, Rob, I'm going to say 4th place, and that's just how it finished. Nobody's fault. Fix your mic, Rob.
Can you hear me?
No.
Yeah, barely.
No. I'm not sure if I want this thing on my face tonight, but anyway, I guess so. In your face. Actually, we went wire to wire in either first or second the entire night. We finished in first place by 5 points. We finished with 122 points tonight, which is one of our best scores we've had in a long, long time. And then came the bonus question.
See, and the way he prefaces that, and then the bonus question.
And then
Wah,
We were in first and second all night until
the bonus question. Richie might have some idea. Put the following schools in order of NCAA college men's basketball championships.
Oh shit, I'm out. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even say that. First to third, North Carolina, Kentucky, and UCLA. Who has the most men's basketball championships, second and third?
I'm going UCLA, Kentucky, and then the other one, North Carolina.
Oh my God! Boom! Richie nailed
That was
it.
easy.
Well, we didn't think so. So we actually didn't bet any points because we didn't think 3 other teams would know that in the restaurant. And almost numerous teams doubled their points. We didn't even finish third. We had 122. We bet 0. And third was 212. And then 2 teams got 220. They doubled their scores. So, yeah, Richie, a lot of people knew men's basketball.
Yeah. UCLA used to win all the time back in the
70s and 80s, yes. And
Yeah.
I remember that, but I just couldn't remember if they won more than because that's what I told my buddy. I said, that's what my buddy wanted to do. And if we'd have listened to him, we got it right, but we still didn't bet any points. But there were some good questions tonight. Was the
Thank you again, Rich. Hey, Mike.
Was The Shining the first movie adaptation of a Stephen King novel?
No.
No.
Do you know which one it was?
Do you know which one it was?
Cujo.
That's what we thought. Carrie came out before Cujo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Which of these 2 movies did who's the Nightmare Before Christmas guy?
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton.
Which
Tim
one of these
Burton.
movies did Tim Burton not direct? Pee-wee's Big Adventure or The Witches?
The Witches.
The
That is
witches.
correct. And what is the capital of Australia?
Yes.
I want to say Sydney, but
No,
that's
is it Melbourne?
Sydney? No, I didn't think so.
He gave us the city and asked the country. I can't. It's Canberra.
I've never gotten that.
What team did not officially retire
Hi, Sebastian.
I didn't write his name down.
I got to go back to the questions.
Where's the book?
I got it right here. What NBA team did not retire Julius Erving's jersey number? The Nets, the 76ers, or the Nuggets?
Nuggets?
It's probably a trick question. It's probably the 76ers.
No, Bill's right. The Nuggets, because he didn't play for the Nuggets. He played for the Nets and the 76ers, and they both retired his jersey.
I thought it was a trick question or something.
Who wrote? Of course, Richie's going to know this. Who wrote Angels and Demons?
Angels and Demons?
Oh, God.
Oh,
The sequel to the Da Vinci Code.
I want to say Clancy, but that's not it.
Patterson.
That's a good guess, though, Richie. No, Dan Brown.
And Dan Brown, yeah, because Dan Brown's Angels and Demons, yeah.
What sea is bigger, the Philippine Sea or the Coral Sea?
No idea.
Coral Sea.
That's what we said, Bill. We were wrong. I thought the World War II battle, the Battle of the Coral Sea, I thought it'd be the bigger sea, but no, it's the Philippine Sea was bigger. And this was an easy one for all of us treasure hunters. What coin changed in 2006 from a side profile of the president to a straight on look? Was it the quarter, nickel, or dime?
Nickel.
Yeah.
And nickel.
Yeah, we all know that one. And it's ugly as hell, too.
Got no relief either.
No, it's just it's an ugly looking coin. What pop group did the soundtrack for the Staying Alive and Saturday Night Fever movies?
Bee Gees?
Yep.
What's the Bee Gees?
Here's a history one, Bill. What year did the most group out of these 3 years? Which year did the most group of states celebrate their centennial? Is it 1976, 1984, or 1988?
76.
I'm going to go 84.
All three of you wrong. It's 1888. He didn't say how many states were admitted to the Union in 1888, but out of those three years, the most states were admitted to the Union in 1888.
Yeah, well, Rob, we dispute your answer and substitute our own.
What's Neil Patrick Harris's first name on How I Met Your Mother?
Oh, damn it.
I never watched that show.
I never watched it either. We didn't get this one. We never watched it either.
I watched it. I can't remember, but he's hilarious in it.
Well, what I think is funny is that he's openly gay, and they have him playing the single womanizing guy in that show. His first name is Barney.
You ever watch?
I'm sorry about that one.
Oh, God damn it!
A couple others did too.
What's the name? The therapist from Cheers went on to have his own show.
Oh, Frasier.
Frasier. Okay.
Doogie Howser. That's right.
The tough guy bulldog that was another DA there that didn't like him. In real life, the guy's gay, but he played a tough guy going after women. They did that in quite a few TV shows.
Man, I haven't seen the Harold and Kumar movies probably in 30 years.
Buckle Boy, we just go over the trivia questions that Rob got at his trivia game at night, just simply as it's a conversation topic, and
we just go over 6 or 8 questions. We're pretty much done. Yeah, we screwed up the final, but that's okay. We had our $20 gift card from the win last week, so dinner was pretty much on the house this week. So, and we won a free drink coupon tonight too. So the drinks will be on the restaurant again next week. But yeah, nice. Richie, I think Zach knows this, but I don't know if you were in here a long time ago. What this Whiskey Wings restaurant does is on Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, they open up the bar at 9 a.m. and you have to show up with toys, or like you can buy up to $500 in $100 increments of gift cards at 50% off one day only. So we go there with 5 toys, you know, and we buy $500 of gift cards for $250, and we use those $500 for the whole year. So every week we give them the gift card. We're literally paying 50% off for our dinner. So like tonight, we had the $20 gift card plus the 50% off gift card. So dinner probably cost us, for Denise and I tonight, probably $5 or $6. So it's a great deal. We have a fun night. We don't spend much money, but we have a fun night out. So it's great seeing Miss Mermaid here tonight.
Yeah.
Hi, Maple Leaf Numismatics.
Now, I thought of you this morning, Rob, when I got up and looked at my temperature outside. It was 48 degrees.
And where are you at up in New England?
Maine.
Oh my God, Richie, it's the middle of the summer.
That's Stephen King territory.
It was beautiful today. It was breezy, low humidity.
Our day wasn't too bad. Wasn't too
The hell is that?
No.
I can't tell what that is, Zach.
Looks like a cat sitting in a
That's my cat sitting in one of my gold pants.
and yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Now I see it. Now you tell you what it is. You can see his head there. Okay, yep. Thank you, Sebastian. Like 44. Yep, Mermaid got it right. Joe, we were at Applebee's last night. That's where I was instead of I missed 5 Mile Stream because I was at Applebee's with a buddy of mine I hadn't seen in a while. It did look like a toy orca whale, Mystic.
Richie, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Are your books drop shipped by Amazon, or do you ship those out when they are ordered from you?
They're print on demand. When you order them, they print them and ship them out.
Okay.
Really? That's interesting. Zach bought me one this week, Richie, so I've got your book. And I will tell you right now, your first chapter starts off pretty damn steamy.
It does.
Rob, I
But
sent
the
you
whole
the
book.
kids-
The whole book's not like that, though.
Okay.
I sent you the kids' book. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
no, you didn't send me the kids' book. Because if you send me, you don't want me to give a couple quotes from the first 5 or 6 pages, because it's definitely not the kids' version. I'll tell you that.
Don't worry, we got Saturday night for those kinds of things.
Yeah, Buckle
So-
Boy, it's amazing. And Julie was saying YouTube should pay me to watch all these commercials. It's amazing now that they're putting commercials even on non-monetized channels.
Well, they've been doing that for a while, but the bigger
They
the
have been
channel,
doing that
the
for a
more
while.
likely you are. The annoying thing for me right now is on the music side. I don't get commercials on my PC because I run a different browser. But on the music side, I'll listen to it when I'm driving down the road. They have one commercial that you can't skip, and then they put on a commercial that you can skip. It's so annoying. It makes me want to pay for the premium. It's working.
You sent Minordo a copy of By Curious George.
Mm.
No, there was nothing bi about that opening. I'll tell you that. That is just some good heterosexual sex right there. I'll tell you that. Oh, that's a good idea, Joe. I didn't think about that. They sent me midgethose.com. Absolutely, Mystic.
Now, did you stop at the end of chapter 1?
No, I haven't finished chapter 1 yet.
Oh,
I'm just to the point where he wakes up and realizes that whole torrid love scene was years ago with his wife. So I haven't even got to her missing yet. So
okay.
Why Gold? We had soapy hands earlier today before trivia.
You gotta remember, they live in Florida where they sweat continuously, so they shower like 4 times a day.
See, now, Gregory, I haven't gotten one since I've been on here. Well, then again, we're on the StreamYard side, so we don't get commercials. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne died today. Nice, Angie. Congratulations.
That's Angie.
That's why our team name tonight was Crazy Train in honor of Ozzy. And yesterday, Malcolm Jamal Warner died. He drowned in a riptide down in the Caribbean somewhere.
Who's
Now,
he?
who is that?
The guy that played Theo, the oldest or the one son on the Cosby Show.
The dude's got to be close to 100.
No, he's like 40. He's got like a young child. No, he was a teenager in that show, and now he's that show was.
Wasn't the
He's
Cosby
like-
in
he's
the
like-
70s and
he's like
80s?
he was like 45 or 50.
The Cosby Show was in the 90s, wasn't it?
54. Okay, Rob says 54. Bill H says 54.
Yeah, J. Paul, that happens.
Yeah, that's why you don't write any of that stuff down. That's why Denise says no pictures. Because how often does that ship just wind up on the internet somewhere?
So, how'd you like those little novelty trivia or history things I sent you, Rob?
That was pretty cool.
The inside of that restaurant was cool too. I didn't want to take any pictures because other people were there.
Wow, Colonel. Didn't get to see him. I saw Ozzy with Randy Rhoads on the Diary of a Madman tour a month before Randy died. Wow.
Hey, Rob,
Sir,
can you run a race?
I can put one together right now, Bill. I've got
Awesome.
the race channel already pulled up, so we just got to pop in a new race.
Hello, Rocky Fry. Oh, Mary's here, and it looks like she's got her honorary teeth in tonight.
Well, so
Good to see you, Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Oh, Bill fell out.
Hey, Tom Kingery.
Hey, Tom K.
Hi, Dirt Devil.
Howdy, Roger.
I think the ads are actually spaced by view time, Weigold.
okay, I lost everybody there for a minute.
We lost you too.
Mhm. But
We
anyway,
missed you, Bill, while he was gone.
now this will be for the 48 states only. Sorry, because this would be very expensive to ship to Canada. It's the last camera I'm going to give away.
Ooh, I'm putting myself in for that.
It's a 16 megapixel.
Nice. You're quick.
So, brand new.
If you guys haven't made a comment in a few minutes, please make a comment so I get you in the race. I don't want to leave anybody out.
I lost everybody at my end, Danny.
Oh, you fell completely out of StreamYard.
Yeah, I know. It reloaded.
It's just a dog, Lucinda. Well, Rick Hayes here, so I guess we know where the camera's going.
In the U.S. has a chance at this. If you're outside the U.S. and you win, we'll figure something else out.
Hey, Bill, John R. Prospecting needs a rent, sir.
Okay, just a minute, buddy. Just a minute.
Good guy.
Okay, damn it.
Oh, 907.
Doing it again
Oh,
like last night.
you got 50 watching, Bill. That's pretty good on a Tuesday.
Stop it.
That's really good.
Yeah, thank you all. Okay, he's been smart.
Make sure you guys are hitting that like, getting all the exposure.
I bet you are, Danny boy.
I got to go feed my cat before he rips my back apart.
We already
Dan's
got
boiling some hot dogs right now.
I had a Cuban at the restaurant tonight, and man, it was good.
I don't know if I've ever actually had a Cuban.
It was pressed Cuban. It was pressed Cuban. It was really good.
I'm relatively certain anything Cuban I could get out here would just be a crappy rendition of the original.
See, and I would think Cubans out there in California would be really good.
Well, the problem is we don't have many Cubans.
You have a lot of
Cuban
good taco
sandwich,
places
though, is-
out there?
You said, do we have a lot of good taco places? Oh, there's Mexican food as far as the eye can see. Good Mexican food. But especially in my town, we don't have a whole lot of variety. But even when you go to some of these other towns, it's like barbecue. You cannot. It is not possible to get good barbecue in California. You can get some okay stuff,
Hey, barbecue, yeah.
but even the people who come from the south, it's like they came here straight from the south, and then they make some barbecue, and you're like, this looks like trash and tastes like trash. They omit things or whatever. You cannot get good barbecue in California.
I guess me, like you said, you can't get good barbecue in California, but you can get good South American food in California.
Yeah, you can get all kinds of good Mexican food.
South American.
Do it live later, John. This one goes off in about an hour and 10 minutes. I'll join you. Or if you start, I'll head over to you. Yeah. I mean, I've had okay ones, but I'm a little picky on food. I'm so picky on food. I'd just about rather eat trash than eat something somebody claims is good that's not.
Oh, yeah. No, but yeah, I've only found a few terrible Mexican restaurants in California. One was in my hometown, the biggest one there, but it was just actually two. There was another one that was run by Mormons. Stuff had absolutely no taste to it.
Yeah. Well,
But
that's
It was owned by a Mexican woman, and you got a lot of food, but it wasn't that good.
in the name of pleasing everybody. What I find is a lot of restaurants scrimp on the taste. I would rather go to a restaurant that's either you love it or you hate it because it has flavor. You know, if I order something and it just has a flavor that I don't like, that's on me because I don't like it. But when you go order something and it's just plain, I can make plain at home.
Oh yeah, Mystic, there's good Asian and seafood in California. No, but right across from that big Mexican restaurant, there's a gas station that made burritos. We'd hit them there because for $5 you get a burrito. They make them fresh right in front of you. This big around about that long for $5, and God, they were delicious. I mean,
Dalton and I did a road trip, and we were in a BFE somewhere, and there was this like mom and pop gas station there, and they had a little deli, and I got a piece of fried chicken to eat on the way out. Good night, hon. And I'm telling you, that was one of the best pieces of fried chicken I'd ever had out of that gas station.
I just learned the fried chicken secret, or at least it was a secret to me. Instead of using all flour for your breading as fried chicken, use half flour and half freaking breadcrumbs. Way crispier, way crispier, way fuller body. You still got to over season it to get it to hold the flavor, but I didn't know. We just tried that out. We just figured that out a week or two ago, and that's worth it.
All righty, how many we got in here right now? 44. All right, I got 46 names in the race.
run it then.
Sounds like you got it covered.
And Bill, for some reason, Lance McWillan's not wrenched up either.
Really? That happened a couple of weeks ago. I had to give him a wrench. Huh. Freaking YouTube's doing it again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And of course, the chat's flying, so it's hard to.
Yeah, make sure you get the right one, Bill. Don't be going to kicking torch out again.
Yeah, like last night.
Olin's got a question that's actually relative to what most of you guys do. He's looking at a Manicore. He wants to know how are they. Maybe you guys can give him some pros and cons.
Everybody likes them that I've heard of except Charlie. And Charlie likes it for the water.
I heard a couple of people that didn't like the Manicore. It's everybody I hear is either love them or hate them, but everybody who hates the Manicore loves the Deus.
Yes, that's exactly. And see, that's the same thing with Charlie. Charlie loves the Deus. Now, here's the problem. If you get that Manicore, it's an expensive machine. It's a $1,300 machine. So you better do your research on it before you spend $1,300. And that's on sale because normally it runs $17.99, but they just dropped it by $500.
Dirt Devil Rogers saying he prefers the Deus. Is Olin, are you a detector already? Do you detect?
I think that's an awful expensive machine to start with your first machine.
Well, I don't know if he's a detector already.
Unless money's no object to you.
Yes, that's exactly right.
I think Olin said it's $900.
Hey, Rob, who needed a wrench?
Lance.
Lance.
Lance. That's what I thought. I can't find him now.
Oh, and I don't know where you're finding a Manicore for $900, but if it's brand new, I'd jump on that.
Yeah.
AU says the 900 Knox is comparable to the Manicore.
Well, you're saving. Yeah, I'm on 4 websites, and the only person I see, AliExpress has one for $938, but I've never heard of that company.
Yeah,
AliExpress, that's Alibaba out of China.
Yeah, that's knockoff. I'm on a bunch of different websites. Detector Warehouse has the Manicore kit from $12.99, and I know a guy that has a discount code for Detector Warehouse.
Absolutely. There's one on eBay for $760.
I wouldn't get nothing off of eBay. Not that kind of money. Yeah, even Amazon.
Yeah, his Zaxxon, his seller rating is 0.
Yeah, you don't want to trust that.
Yeah,
No,
I wouldn't trust
that at all.
I wouldn't trust the 0 seller rating on a Manicore or on that much money unless you see it under my name or some derivative thereof. Then definitely send it
And
back.
he's using all Mind Lab stock pictures. He doesn't have like a picture that he took of his own machine.
Yeah, scam.
Yeah, when you get the machine, it'll say Manicorps. The Manicore.
Yeah, CORP, right, Richie?
Yeah.
Nick, that is a good price in Canada. Grab it if you want one. They're a good machine.
I don't know anything about the Manicore, but I like my Deus.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know anybody that doesn't like the Deus. I just personally think, and this is my own personal opinion, and I'm not a Nocta guy or a Deus guy. I just think it looks cheap. It just looks cheap.
Hi, Frank. Yeah, but it's not. It's a very well built machine. Hi, Ed.
It's built to be light.
Yeah.
That's one of its selling points.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the only reference I have is when Merrill took his down to the Caribbean with his wife and family on vacation, and the first day there, he broke that little tab off the coil that the wire comes down for underwater. So he wound up not being able to use the Deus underwater because it didn't send the underwater signal back up to his headset. So he had to wind up using it on the beach, and he couldn't put the control box underwater because he couldn't hear. And he said that little piece then it broke is a pretty flimsy piece, and that's my reference for that. But he loves the machine.
I don't use my Deus underwater. I use my Legend. That's what the Legend's for.
I don't metal detect, so I've just parroted what I've heard.
All I know is on the Manicore, 2 people that I've checked with here that had them didn't like them, but they didn't know how to really use them either. So they weren't.
Yes, and somebody was just saying that they just hunted with somebody that had no idea how to use the machine.
That was me a few weeks
Oh,
ago.
that's right, Bill. Yeah, Anna, that's a great price, but is that a legit price? And Greg says the 900 Knox is comparable to a Manicore. I'd probably, for the money, I'd probably buy a 900 before I bought a Manicore. And only because it's so similar to the 800, I probably wouldn't have that much of a learning curve going from the 800 to the 900.
The only learning curve is the VDI scale is different.
Yes.
Well, doesn't the Deus have a lot wider VDI scale, a lot better numbering?
No, Mind Lab with the 7 and the 900 and the Manicore, they went from 0 to 99 too.
Okay.
A lot of detector companies, Zach, were already at 0 to 99. Mind Lab was at 0 to 40 for all the machines they've done for the last several years. But with the Manicore and the 7 and 9, they finally went to the 0 to 99 scale like the other detectors.
I was actually -9 to 40. So
Yes.
John R. John R is a gold community member. He does quite a bit of prospecting, and he's thinking.
If you're a prospector, everything I hear about that gold monster machine is incredible, and that is made for gold, for finding gold.
Now, like Colonel said, I guess on the Manicourt, it was the graph that's like an oscilloscope. Yeah, that's what's cool about that machine.
There you go. Rob's perfectly fine with the CTX 3030. Mark
No.
says he has both machines and he likes them both.
What I want to try, because they've got a lot of the bugs worked out of that new Garrett VX9, and that's the one that uses the light technology that it's got 3 lines in it. Center one is your target, and it's a Ferris one above and something else below. So it'll tell you the percentage of, okay, the middle, which is your target, is 60% chance of being silver, you know? So you can look at your graph and go, yeah, I don't want to dig that.
Yeah, Roger says the advantage of that machine is it goes deep. And from what I understand, the Manicourt does go a little deeper than the Knox 800. Good evening, Jimmy.
Well, the Gold Monster is a pulse induction, and a Fisher Gold Bug is not. It's a VLF machine. So
Now
yeah,
I'm going back up to I'm going back all the way up here to Scott McClory. He says
Okay.
my friend Sean, Detect Florida, has sent his second Manicourt back after the housing leak. I've had to send every mine lab I've had back, every one for water intrusion. But
Fine, man.
I've had them all back within 10 to 12 days, and no questions asked on the warranty. And one of them, I broke an ear off the coil. And when I called him, I said, "Hey, I broke an ear off the coil. Can I throw that into?" The guy said, "Yeah, just put it in the box." And 10 days later, I had a brand new coil and a brand new housing.
what I should have done, I think I told Rob, is not so long ago they had the Knox 600 on sale on like Amazon for $363.
Yeah, I told Bill if he finds that deal again, I don't care if it's 3 a.m. Give me a call. I'll be buying that thing immediately. Because by the time my hip gets fixed and I get back in the water, my warranty will be off my 600.
It's not 3 o'clock in the morning that's a problem for you, Rob. It's 12:30 in the afternoon that might be waking you up.
Yeah, you're right. 3 o'clock, I'll just be getting into my 3rd or 4th game of chess, Zach. You're right.
What are you
Jim's
doing calling me so early? Rob, we're out at lunch. Don't call me this early. We didn't run a race yet. It's not all about
Oh, I'm sorry. I got it done.
Yeah, let's do it, Rob.
Let me just go through the list of people in here real quick one more time. Oh, King Gold. Let me add King Gold and Looter and Lewis.
Colonel's collection's got it right. I want a detector that links to a smart boss. Heads up.
Actually, you can get that now. I wouldn't buy it because the company it's from, this company called Quest, it used to be Detonex, and they were sued by Tektronix or Technetics because they stole some of their software. But they make a machine now. You got the shaft, the coil, and it holds your smartphone. And you download the software into your smartphone to make a detector. But it's first generation, so I would stay away from it. But you can link it up to your smart glasses that way because it's off a smartphone.
Hey, good evening, Tom Riley.
Bill, didn't you do something with the Mine Lab Go Find 22?
Who, me? No.
Yeah. Nick Molnar is asking about that. He says it's like a $100, $110 machine.
Yeah, it's a backpack model. It all folds up, has a square coil. They make a 22, a 44, and a 66. 22 being the lowest one. They're for backpacking if you're going up in the woods or something or out by the lake.
Yeah, it can be broken down compact. Yeah.
Oh, it just doesn't even break down. It just all folds up into a package.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And they're good. They're a good little machine. I mean, they're not going to go super deep. And they're not going to be extremely accurate, but for the price, they do the job and they're lightweight. And
see, the reason I don't worry about that here is, guys, is Florida. We don't have many properties. We don't really have any pre-Civil War properties down here, so we're not going to have something that's down 12 inches. Most of our beaches aren't old area beaches, so for the vast majority of stuff, I don't need a detector that goes 12 inches. I've had no problem with the NOx going 8, 9 inches, 10 inches on the beach, and sometimes over a foot for a can or something. But for the dirt down here, I don't need anything that deep for the dirt.
I've actually seen a coin sink farther in concrete over the years than it has in our dirt.
Oh, there you go. Old Pelai may have had the greatest. That may be the greatest tip tonight, guys, in this entire stream. If you're buying off eBay, which I do a lot of, make sure you ask the seller for the serial number and then call MineLab, and they give you the history of the detector, whether it's legit or an older model. That's a great thing, guys. And then another thing, if the seller doesn't want to give you that, then just stay the hell away from them. That's a great tip, Old Pelon. Thank you very much. That's a great idea. Man, that's a good idea.
Hey, Michael Farley.
Oh, hi, Michael.
Now, Mermaid, is your Elite waterproof?
Yes, they are.
See, I know Troy and Dalton will not take their Knox 600s into the water.
I have not heard of anybody having any trouble with taking the Elite underwater. They're supposed to be 16 feet. So,
Evening, hi-ho. Is silver... Oh, Emma, that's wrenches. Never mind.
here, Rob, race time.
I'm ready, Bill. Let me get it up.
I got an AT Pro that's been in the water
Stop.
almost every year the last 13 years and still doesn't leak.
And you know something, Richie? You just don't hear much about the AT Pro leaking. You just don't.
Thing I like about it is if I'm in a pond where there's no current, the AT Pro will float. And if I get the headphones, it kind of just hangs out beside me there when I'm recovering the target.
Nice.
What's a pond?
What? What's the matter?
Right? Those things that we have up our way.
A small lake. Alrighty, guys. This is for Bill's Vivitar camera.
There ain't that much water on the surface of the pond. Are you guys trying to kid?
But if I take my legend out to the pond, when I let go of it, it sinks to the bottom.
Alrighty, guys.
Good to know.
Bill's
Yeah.
Vivitar camera. Three,
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that, Anna. She's-
3, 2, 1, go. There you go, Nick. I've always wanted to try this Simplex. Wow, SWPA has an 800 and a Manicore. Wow. I've got an 800 and two 600s.
Well, Matt's in Pittsburgh where all the silver is everywhere in the park.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry, Anna. I forgot about the cracked screens, but you're the only person I've heard that had that problem. So I don't know what's going on.
I think that's a great idea, Colonel. All right, guys, there's a 19-second fade.
Good
5
machine.
miles up there. Danny Boy's up there. Captain Vic. Captain Vic's fading a little bit. Danny Boy's right there. Can he hold it for 10 seconds? 5 miles hanging tough, too. Here comes Mr.
Somebody's gonna come up.
Here, Mr. J. Paul. Boom!
Congrats, J. Paul.
Nice, J. Paul.
J. Paul.
Way to go.
J. Paul, I have your address, don't I? I believe I do. Haven't I sent you something before? If I have, I have your address.
Mark Decino says he's got the 700, the 900, and the Manicore, which is a great sweep across the range of machines. Is the Manicore worth it? I mean, if you got the 7.9 and Manicore, you pretty much own Minelab's high-end lineup or midline lineup.
Oh, King's Gold says there's sharks in the water. I'm good not being in it. And you know it's something. I'm King's Gold. I'm out there. I'm out there in the Gulf up to my neck, and I've never worried about sharks.
Now, all the beaches around you, Rob, they're relatively they're
Calm.
not super fast sloped, right? So you can get way out there and you're still only up to your waist or your chest.
Yeah, and there's one section of Clearwater Beach around Tower 5 or 6 that's got a little bit of a sandbar, and on low tide, I probably still have to tread water a little bit. I use my scoop kind of like to bounce off the bottom and tread water a little bit and get out to that little bit of a sandbar. And some of the people kind of like swim out there with their beers so nobody bothers them. And nothing better than losing rings and jewelry than having you drink in the water. So I have found rings around that sandbar out off the beach. Congrats, Jay.
And Jay, email Bill. I don't know if we got a banner for Bill's email on this side yet.
Congrats, Jay.
And you know we're giving away a silver coin tonight.
Bill, add a banner with your email. I'll do a Richie book too.
Nice.
In just a minute.
Richie, I find that interesting that they print them up as you sell them. I would think they do like, 10 or 50 at a batch, but to have them, that's just kind of a cool, I've never heard of that before. That's a cool thing.
If I order like 10 or 20 books, it takes me longer to get that than if you order one.
Wow.
He probably earns a little less per book than doing the big batch run, but he doesn't have to invest in the big batch run because much like anybody who's invested in batches of anything that they're selling, there's always the possibility you wind up with a ton of unsold inventory.
Yeah.
Well, that's true, but whenever I start do my merchandise, and I'm not here to I'll use my quarter word of that. I'm not here to disparage anybody that does their merchandise through Shopify or T-shirt or T-Hub or whatever it's called. But whenever I do decide to do my merchandise, which is probably going to be mugs and T-shirts, I will go to a local person and I will order like 10 or 20 mugs, and I'll probably order maybe 100 T-shirts to start with. Because if I can get those T-shirts for $8 or $10, I don't have to charge $19.95 and then make $1 or $2 out of that, where they get the rest of it. If I get 100 T-shirts for $10 each and spend $1,000, if I sell them for $15 or $16, I only have to sell 50 of those to break even, and I can sell them cheaper than anybody else. So if I do decide to do T-shirts, I'll probably go to a local printer here, because I've had a printer tell me as long as I do at least 30, they can give me a decent price break.
Well, it's like I missed most of it this morning because she only ran for a half hour. But Grandma Kelly was talking about, I guess she's dumping Teespring, or Spring as they call it, because they can't get the orders out. Whoever the people they were using for drop shipping.
And my friend Alex, Silver Lining Metal Detecting, Denise and I won a T-shirt from her channel, and we wound up, and again, she puts the single orders in through Teespring or whatever, and we wind up getting it like 2 months later, and it was the wrong color and the wrong size, and we sent it back, and they said, well, it's going to take us another few months to get it because they do their big orders first. And I said, nah, don't worry about it. And that's the problem with that.
Well, she said nobody's getting any orders for like 5 or 6 months.
WPA, have a good night, sir.
Good,
Thank
man.
you, Mermaid. She said our mountains here are so steep that you're underwater 15 feet from the shore. No, it's a nice gentle slope here, Mermaid. Except for the island out in the Gulf, the one that my buddy Joe drops me off. You can take about 6 or 8 steps, Mermaid, and then that 7th step, it just disappears. So,
Relic.
I can't wait to get the Ship Fix guys and get out there with Joe on his boat, and he drops me off that island again for 3-4 hours while he goes fishing. I can't wait to do that with a good hit.
I'm going to head off. Everyone's gone to bed here, so it's time to be
Richie.
quiet here.
Later, Richie.
Good to see everyone.
You can enjoy reading your book, Richie. Thank you,
I
Zach.
look forward. I look forward to talking to you about it.
All righty.
Night, everyone.
Take care, Richie.
Richie, thank you.
All right. Oh, Flying Air Jared's here. Let me add Jared to the races. Yeah, I don't know where. I don't see anybody that's got a. I would. Yeah, this guy on eBay has got this Mind Lab Manicore for $760. That just can't be legit.
Or it's going to be
No,
some team knockoff.
Oh, I just went back to it, and that page is no longer there.
Yeah. J. Paul, I got your mail, got your address, so it will go out to you soon.
Wow, that disappeared fast, guys. Oh, located in Shenzhen, China. Yeah, that's not legit. He's giving you a fines bag and a Pro 40 pinpointer, which is another $100 item. So yeah, you're getting $1,500 worth of stuff with the travel bag for $760, literally half price. Yeah, this is
Oh yeah. When I sold one of the Xterra Pros, guy told me, he goes, well, I went on Alibaba and I can get it for $56. I go, that's a knockoff. There's no way that's a Xterra Pro. You know, it just isn't going to be.
joined in 2025. All right,
That's it.
where's the report button?
Yeah, it's one of those things you can't realistically expect to get it. Hi-Ho Silver's posting that they returned a nice diamond ring this weekend. Very good on you.
Nice.
My next machine's either going to be the Xterra Elite or the Equinox 700. I mean, I don't need the gold features of the 900 because I'm not going to go looking for tiny bits of gold. So,
Yep. I hit refresh and that auction just disappeared. Wow, that kind of scam shit pisses me off.
oh, you get a lot of that on eBay.
I know now. Rob's down his rabbit hole.
I am. I'm trying not to be, Zach. I'm trying not to
You
be.
can tell by your eyes, man.
Let it go, Rob. Let it go.
Or as Denise would say, Elsa, let it go.
Put it just put it on your list of things to do later. We know you'll never get to that.
Yeah, because Denise says that list is way too long as it is.
Oh, come on. You're talking about a guy that says if it can be put off till tomorrow, it can be put off till next year. So,
We need to get Rob one of those old fashioned take a number ticket things, to where he can just pull the ticket out, write the task on the back, and then put it in line.
hi, Johnny Smallpepper.
Evening, Johnny.
Hi, Lewis. Everybody's told me that about the 700. It's a beast with the 6-inch coil. So, I haven't heard a bad word about the 700 or the 900. So, and I really do prefer the 0 to 100 scale over the older Knox's -9 to 40. So,
Howdy, Johnny.
The 0 to 100 seems a lot better to me. I used to hear a lot of people talking about the Knoxes that it's either a silver coin or a nail or something like that. They ring up
Yeah.
the same.
well, or you hear that with the -9.
Well, does the 900 screen have the same as the Manicore that's got the display of the?
No, it's a little different. No,
Okay.
excuse me. But yeah, like on the Vanquish or the Equinox 6 and 800, Zach, 13 was either going to be a pull tab or a nickel, or sometimes a certain type of bottle cap.
No, I think it was something that was gold or
Evening, Louisiana.
pull tab.
What I'm getting at is the same number would cover 2 or 3 different things, and that happens
Yeah.
on a few of the numbers. Whereas you get that 0 to 100, a nickel rings it at one number, a pull tab rings it at a completely different number. But people that use the Knox and started out with the Knox detecting, or the old Xteris 705 series or 500 series, they're used to that -9 plus 40. Then they try to convert over to 100, and a lot of them have a problem with it. So, but I started with a 0 to 100 on Technetics machine, so it was harder for me to go to a mine lab. Only
I
twice.
mean, I've sold on eBay for 30 years, guys, and you know, I had a great the Manicore has the 2D screen that the 900 doesn't have. Thank you, Mark.
I mean, the only time I'll look at it, and if it looks like a really good deal, I'll check to see how many stars, how much stuff the guy sold, how long they've been on eBay. Because I used to make and sell archery equipment. So I used to make longbows. And I'd sell crossbows too. Well, I got on eBay one day, and this guy was selling a Barnett crossbow, a recurve, a newer model. They're going for $145. He was selling them for $55 a piece. I looked down. Guy'd been an eBay seller for like 10 years, over a couple thousand sales, 100% rating. So I bought 5 of them. And then I jacked them up to $100 a piece and sold them. And I doubled my money. But I wanted to make sure the guy was legit first.
There you go.
Because every time I've seen a really good looking deal in the last few years, you look up 0 sales, been on here for 2 days. How they get away with it, I don't know, because I used to sell on eBay, then I quit for a while. So they want me to come back and sell, but well, for the first month, you can only sell $10 worth of product. I was going, well, how the hell am I going to do, you know?
Well, Bill, since we're here and we've got 50 good people in here, we announced on your page tonight we would announce the winner. I published a video this afternoon, guys, before we went to trivia. I just checked it a minute ago, guys. 57 people have watched that video already. 17 people have left responses. So, drum roll. The winner of that guessed, or the coin, the non-silver Kennedy half, was coin number 10. And only one person guessed coin number 10, and that person was Venture Dulo.
Wow.
So I've already contacted Venture. I sent him an email, and he sent me an email back saying, look at that. All those years of looking at coins finally paid off. So
Very nice.
I am mailing him out the Barber half tomorrow. I've got about 5 prizes to mail out. I mailed out 9 prizes today, and I'll probably mail out another 5 or 6 tomorrow. So Venture Dulo was our winner. And I realized not 3 people, but 4 guessed coin 4, which was the Ecuador 50-cent piece, 50 centavo. So since that technically was a non-silver coin, I'm gonna do the right thing, and I'm gonna put up a Barber quarter, and we'll have a duck race Sunday just for those 4 people that guessed coin 4. So we will have a second winner that we will do in a duck race Sunday.
Nice, Chop.
Thank you very much.
John R. says he forgot to put a guess in just because he couldn't guess which one, Rob. Well, thanks for watching, John. Rob, I didn't put a guess in because I didn't even watch the video. I saw the shorts on it.
Well, I appreciate you being honest about that, Zach.
I don't know enough about him to tell him
Now-
apart. Anyway, I'm like, oh,
now-
shiny.
Jay says, dang, he's lucky. Jay, that's the first thing he's won from me. Because I went back through all emails, and he's entered into a few giveaways, but I didn't have his address, so he had never won from me before. Maybe he's been lucky on other channels, Jay, but that's the first time. That's the first time. Still waiting on an inflatable maid.
in fairness, in a game like that, luck has nothing to do with it. That was pure skill that he, out of 56 people, he was the only one that either guessed or actually knew enough to get the right one.
Well, I tried to find a coin that looked as silver as could be on that edge. Thank you, John. I had fun with that. Which one, number 4, Joe? Yeah, the ridges were a little different than the other coins, Joe, if you looked at it close. There you go, Marty. I watched. I even took a screenshot. I just forgot to do it.
You see, Angie's. That's about the extent of my knowledge.
But I have fun with these little giveaway guys. I hope you folks do. I enjoy doing these little giveaways and guess the coin stuff. But yeah, we had fun, Zach. Let's see how many teams we had tonight. We had
If you know anything about coins, it's a good game. I don't know nothing. Hello, Merc.
we had 16 teams tonight, Zach.
Hi, Diana. Hi, John Chum.
That's a good night. Evening, John Chum. Hi, Diana. Yeah, Diana, don't put a guess in now, Diana. It's not going to get you anywhere.
My
Good night, Anna. Thank you for
Mermaid,
being
have
here.
a good
Thank you for
night.
the super chat. Thank you
Have
very
fun
much.
hunting. Have fun hunting, Anna.
Hello, John Chum.
And you know what? Bill and I had a decent night last night. We got
Yep.
the 24 karat gold plated U.S. Mint coin last night on the third from the last roll.
Yep.
And in the same roll, one roll had both finds. We got a 2009 S proof coin in really nice shape. So one roll got our only 2 really good finds of the night. And as Park Rep Pat says, it only takes one hole to have a really good day. So
King's Gold.
Diana, she makes a quality video, Diana, and she had a great coin day the other day.
Yep.
King's Gold is expressing his coin knowledge to us.
Yes. Fortunately, King's Gold, I've never stayed in one of those rooms.
I've never been to one.
5 Mile, I like coins with chocolate in the middle. Yeah, I don't know if I should say this, but I'll tell you this, guys. As much as I miss dirt hunting, I really, really miss being out there on the beach and in the water. I see everybody like Anna and Digging SoCal and Team Lynch. I see all these good people out there on the beach and the water, and I'm just missing the beach and the water.
Oh, for sure. You've been going to it for years.
And Danny Boy, that's exactly what I do. The 600, the 6-inch coil goes on my 800 that's got the cracked housing, and that goes in the dirt. And then I use the stock coil on the 600 for the water because you just can't cover enough beach ground with the 6-inch coil on the beach. Yeah, the rooms are free with the company of a nice lady. Yeah, King's Gold. Yeah, Greg, I do. I'm not telling you anything, Greg, because I know you. Thanks, 5 Mile. We had I don't want to go into it this week, guys, but we had a major setback with the hips, but we'll overcome it. We shall overcome.
Minor setback.
No, Rob, don't feel too bad. I've got had to put in a referral to a back surgeon, so.
Wow, Julie. Yeah, I've only gone out two days this year, Julie, and I had nice people help me for each one.
I thought you
Yes,
said one of those days you went with Charlie.
Do what?
You said you've been out 2 days and nice people helped you with each one, but didn't you go out another day with Charlie too?
That was one of the 2 days. I've done once in the water this year and once in the dirt.
Oh, you said nice people. That must have been what threw me off.
Oh. Yeah, let me tell you something. Charlie, Shane, and Brad were evening, Trash Panda.
And look at the bright side. Somewhere
Sorry,
in the
Daniel.
United States, some tourist is still laughing about taking a crooked photo of you guys.
We'll get that mowing done, Angie, and get Rick out there and find some treasure.
There you go. Marty says the fair soon. He's going to hit the fairgrounds again after that.
Yep.
Trash Panda, good seeing you here.
Oh, I can only imagine all the plaid you'd get from the fairgrounds I go to.
You know, it's funny, guys. When I got my first ring, which is still my biggest ring I ever got, that big Aztec Bikers ring, that was my 5th day metal detecting, and it was a fairground that we have a festival here called the Chasco Fiesta Festival. It's a kind of a big Indian celebration for the Native Americans that were in this area, and we have the county fair and the parade and food court and all that stuff, and we have a church here, a Catholic church that has several acres in front of it. That's a lot. And the fairgrounds would always pay for that lot. And I didn't realize that day hunting that empty lot, I didn't realize the fair had left like 4 days before that. And I was wondering why I got like 18, 20, 22 quarters that day and the ring and a big pocket knife, because the fair had just left. And they had one of those things where you strap yourself into that circle thing and it shakes you around like a tumbler. And I think that's where the ring and the pocket knife went flying. I got a color guard box in the mail. Oh,
But he didn't order or ask for it.
What's a color guard box?
Well, colon guard is what he meant to type, I'm pretty sure.
yeah. It's to do your colon test with your poop test.
Instead of doing a colonoscopy. So
Well then,
That commercial with that little guy with the blue and white box. Nice, Jody. See, I've never actually hunted a river, guys. I cannot wait to hunt a river.
are you a
Nice.
camper, Rob? Like
Am I a
tent
what?
Camper? A camper, like hang out in a tent, camp in a tent.
no, not Rob.
I have not probably camped because Denise isn't a camper. I probably have not camped. Actually, I know I haven't camped since I've met Denise.
You're with me then.
I mean, in my 20s, back my redneck days when I hunted and fished and 4-wheel drive. Oh yeah, we did the camping and the, getting
wasn't-
drunk and passing out in the back of your truck in the woods. Yeah, I mean,
that wasn't camping. That's getting drunk and passing out. Difference. I'll be right back.
That's
you still wind up in the woods during the night. You still didn't get a.
That's redneck camping. And the way I used to camp, we'd just take a sleeping bag and food and stuff, and didn't even take a tent half the time. Didn't need to in California most of the time.
Yep, the box is blue and white. Yep. Miss Diana, I hope you figure out where that's coming from, and I hope your test comes back negative.
But Rob, we were out camping one time. We had this new couple with us, and he was a sergeant in the Army, and he was on leave for a while. He'd never gone camping before, except in the Army. So we're out there, like I said, no tents. We're on the ground. Well, I don't know whether it was a raccoon or a skunk, but something ran across him about 2 in the morning. That guy screamed like a little girl.
Yeah, I've never done just like a sleeping bag on the ground. I want to be in a tent. Okay. I got no problem being in a tent on the ground. I don't need like an air match or something. I got no problem being in a tent on the ground, but I want to be inside of a zipped up tent.
Well, then he picked up a sleeping bag. His wife stayed outside in her sleeping bag. He got in the car and locked all the doors and stuff.
Well, guys, and to be honest with you, that's why I got the Mercedes wagon, because after the car accident, when I had to get another vehicle fast, obviously I wanted another truck, but I saw that Mercedes wagon. First off, I've never owned a station wagon. Second off, I've never owned a Mercedes because I heard so many bad things about they break down all the time and they're expensive to fix. And this guy had just put this ad on Craigslist that was so new, the car pictures hadn't even showed up yet. And I called the guy and he goes, you're my first caller. I literally put the ad on 10 minutes ago. And as I was talking to him, the pictures came up and the guy was like an hour away, and Denise and I drove down there, and he took us for a test drive. Let me drive. He was the third owner of this Mercedes, and he had put probably close to $1,000 putting all new struts and shocks and new front end, new tires. I mean, the thing ran like a Swiss watch. It was comfortable. Everything worked. Sunroof, and the back seats came down, and it had the little canopy that went across the back. You could hide your stuff. And I was like, man, I'm going to use this baby for metal detector road trips. I can sleep in the back of the car, save $100 on a hotel room. Like if I take a trip to Missouri, I spend one night on the road, so I can go one night without a shower and drive the rest of the day to my sister's house and then take a shower there. There you go. Pat says the Benz is a champ. It's a great running car. I'm glad to see Pat still using it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really I was hoping to use it to go camping. Why am I getting texts for new releases? Hang on one second, guys. I just got a text.
Okay.
Oh, now who am I supposed to vote for, Troy? Dr. Lindsay. Okay. Troy's daughter's going for Dentist of the Year for Tampa Bay. Okay. All right. Vote CLTampa.com. Hold on, guys. Okay.
Fine,
Start.
Bart. What do you do?
Sign in with Google. They make these things so complicated. All right, hang on. And best fashion designer. No, where's best dentist? Excuse me one second, guys. Why am I missing best dentist?
I don't know.
Let's go that one. Wow, there's so many freaking ads on here.
What rabbit hole are you down now, Rob?
Troy asked me to vote for his daughter for best dentist in Tampa Bay, but I can't find it.
J. Paul's wondering if you have any kind of a link about that camera he could watch. I don't know, J. Paul. You probably look it up and grab it.
No, I don't, J. Paul. When it gets to you, take the numbers off of it, type it in. You'll find something. Just like with anything else, all you got to do is put the serial number or whatever numbers they have on it. It'll pop up.
Okay, best classical musician. So I'm at the B's, best community theater, best dancer. So Dennis should be after dancer, and then it jumps up to best fashion designer. Okay, it's oh, select a group. Okay, well, Minardo.
Rabbit hole.
Yeah, that's me, Zach. Okay, best.
Rabbit hole. Hi, Carrie.
There we go. Best dentist. Oh. All right, done. Yay, done. Okay. All righty. Okay, done. All right, I'm back, guys. Thank you.
There's a few different browsers you can use to avoid the ads, but remember that ads are how many creators generate a little bit, not much, income to be able to give away this stuff.
Somebody just said they got, hang on.
Nick, don't take thumbs down as a bad thing on the shorts. I don't even look at how many thumbs down I get.
What
I don't
happens,
even look
Nick?
at the shorts anymore. I will
Why-
thumbs down.
You know,
I
it's
will thumbs
funny.
down the video because I don't like it and I don't want them to see him come back in my shorts.
You guys obviously know I'm a big Tesla guy. I'm a big Elon Musk guy as far as Tesla goes and his companies. I don't get into his politics, but and I've got my SpaceX shirt on tonight. And guys, when I see a Cybertruck that's maybe a different color or something, or somebody sends me a Cybertruck, I do a short on it. And guys, it invariably gets me more views than almost any other short I do on the Cybertruck, just because people are curious about it. But it also gets me the most thumbs down. And on shorts, I don't care. And I know I'm going to hear shit from Zach when I say this in a second, and I don't really care because I got 2 thumbs down, or we got 2 thumbs down on Charlie's stream on his Welcome Back Sunday. And if I ever fucking find out who put me those 2 negatives with Charlie there, you people will never be allowed on my channel again. Okay? I'm really hoping it was one of the new people that came in. But if I ever find out that one of our regulars is putting thumbs down for Charlie coming back on a Sunday, you will never be allowed back on my channel again.
How many thumbs down do you average on your Sunday streams?
1. Now it's funny because Bill and I, for the coins on Monday night, Bill and I just for some reason don't get thumbs down. But usually on a Sunday, I get 1 thumbs down. Now there's a person that I don't allow on the Sunday stream, or that I got blocked, that's on our Saturday night stream. That's a person that Pat and I had problems with years ago. That person's never apologized to me for that whole fiasco from 3 years ago, and they've been blocked on my channel. And
In other news, let's run a race.
they're on, huh?
Let's run a race.
Okay, let's do that.
This will be
Cool.
for a book, a 2-ounce copper round, or floating display cases. 3 choices, winner's choice. Email me.
Zach just wanted to get me off my high horse. Thank you, Zach.
Actually, I consider it to be more of a rocket, but
See, Yodi, that's cool. A white Cybertruck is probably got a wrap on it.
no, if you want pictures of cool Cybertrucks, man, I saw one with a zebra wrap on it.
See, that would be cool as hell.
It would if
Yeah,
it wasn't
Scott, I
something
don't understand, Scott. I don't know if it's somebody that's we're not running enough races or what. I just don't know.
Well,
Crap.
it's not. It's commonly just a hater that swings by, thumbs downs it, and leaves. And the
All right,
the
hold
sad
on, guys. Hold on.
The
I
sad
just
part
lost.
is if you thumbs down a video or a creator enough, they don't recommend that stuff to you. So that person probably seeks out that video in the morning. You're living rent free in their head. Bask in the glory.
I do realize that, Diana. I realize it does count as a an interaction. I do realize that.
They are,
It's,
John.
it's just the fact that we have such a fun time. We give away so many silvers, so many different prizes. Charlie gives away so much metal detecting gear.
Hello, Katie's.
Are you mad because you haven't won lately, or I just don't understand it.
It's just a hater, Rob. You're living rent free in their head. Bask in the glory. You made it. That's success.
Cades Nene, good evening this evening. Yeah, William, exactly, William. Why? And I guess I should be happy, William, that they're spending 2 hours wasting their time with us, or however long it takes to do that. Now, King's Gold. That I think that was Saturday night with Bill. This was Sundays. This was Sundays with Charlie's first day back in a month, and I didn't understand that. But anyway, let's add Canes in there and get this race going. Alrighty, Zach, I got every. Oh, hang on, we got to add Crazy About a Mercury.
Trash Panda, there's usually average 3-ish giveaways on
Am I in there?
Bill's.
Oh, Bill, you're definitely in there. Even for your own race, I put you in, Bill.
That's why I was asking. I thought you might have left me out for that.
No, I put you in. Where are you at? Oh, I put you in out of order, but you're in.
Hey, out of order kind of suits.
Well, once you shuffle them, they're all mixed up anyway. All right, so we got 43 in here. And we've got 64 likes. Thank you, good people. That rocks for 64 likes. Thank you.
Well, we still got 43 watching. That's really good.
Yeah, it is. And let me get Trash Panda in there. And then who came in with Diana? 2 people came in the same time, Diana and Maple Leaf. Let me get Maple Leaf in there.
Yes, 46 now. It varies.
Because the word race was mentioned.
No, we've been hovering around 50.
That's true.
My mom says Trash Panda's been McClurried before. They might have been. It seems familiar. Angie, why are you telling us you're still here? If anybody in your house wins, it's going to be Rick.
I just mailed a prize off to Rick today. Sorry, Angie.
Rick and Angie are like the yin and yang in races. And Angie's there for the support, and she's screaming the loudest in the crowd. And Rick's just wandering silently through the back and picks up the win anyway.
Alrighty, guys. I believe I've got
nice.
Ringo in there. Oh, Chop Shop. Got to get Chop Shop in there.
907's getting to go subsistence fishing in Alaska tomorrow.
Ooh. Alrighty, Zach. I got everybody in there, sir.
I'll run it before you got to add more.
Alrighty, shuffle characters. Shuffle characters. Alrighty, guys, let's do DAL for one of those 1/10 Golden Netherland foreign silver coins.
Nice.
Alrighty, 3, 2, 1, double prizes. Let's go.
Nice, Trash Panda. A lot of times when I hear about people doing giveaways, one, I don't think you should announce your giveaways. I think you should spur them on so that your actual subscribers see them. Don't tell people, because that just runs them to your channel for the giveaways. But
Yep.
me personally, when I hear about someone doing a giveaway for 500 subs, like I may or may not have heard of it, I don't know. I wouldn't go and enter because I don't want to be there just because I'm hunting the prize. So even if I go watch or something like that, I won't enter because I want somebody who actually supports your channel to win that prize.
And that's why I like the way Patty Dirtclod does hers. When she does one of her regular weekly videos, she just announces a giveaway in her weekly video, but she doesn't put in her title, so she knows it's only her regulars that watch her videos every week that will be entered into the giveaway, or that will make whatever comment she needs, with a certain phrase. And like you say, Zach, that way she knows one of her regular viewers is going to win her giveaway.
That's how most of the gold people are doing it now. The ones that announce the giveaway have double the audience. You got a bunch of giveaway hunters there if they're known for giveaways. PA Patriot, we've been sitting there randomly on Sunday nights, just same old banter, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm going to give this away, so enter this or do this or whatever, to his actual subscribers, watchers, and followers, which I feel is like who you need to reward.
Soon after I call this raise, Zach, we got 10 seconds. There we go. Boom. Olin Borden.
Olin's probably here too. Olin, you still here?
Oh, look who finished second. Oh, no.
That prize was only valid for the first place winner. That was not a run down the list prize.
Well, Olin's here. I know that.
Olin's here. Olin, email me.
Alrighty, let's see who DAL is, and we know it's not going to be Miss Angie. Miss Georgianne. Miss Georgianne, are you still here?
She's probably here.
Please.
Olin, email me. It's imzaxon@gmail.com. It doesn't have to be all caps.
All right, let me start the timer, because if Georgianne's not here, I'm pretty sure Tom Kingery's here.
Bet good money Georgianne's here. I don't know. It is late though. Tom Kingery is here. He posted.
Thank you, Tom.
Georgianne, are you here?
Miss Georgianne, don't get McClory, Georgianne. This is for foreign silver.
Email me, Olin.
Yeah, this is for Fern Silver.
Fern, that's right, Tom. Or Bill, Fern.
Fern.
Are you guys making fun of my abilities?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
Public education.
I would never do that.
We're gonna have.
I
Hey,
spell
at least we didn't say chink-eyed, okay, Zach?
What?
At least we didn't say chink-eyed, okay?
I didn't do that one, man. You guys got on the master races and the eyes. I was off screen. I came back and what the hell happened?
No, I made sure I said master racing list. I made sure I used the word racing instead of race.
After that incident, you sure did.
All right, guys.
It's spelled F-U-R-I-N. Fern.
All righty, guys. Miss Georgianne didn't answer, so Tom K., you're getting that foreign coin, sir.
Tom, yeah, that's off of Menard.
Thank you, Rocky Fry.
Congrats, Tom. I haven't shipped Tom anything lately. Congrats, Tom.
Make sure you got the right address.
Yes. I'm sure Tom will remind me of that.
Olin Borden's dinosaur's having a seizure. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, let me put there we go. I stopped him from having a seizure, Bill. Howdy, Bart.
54 still in the house. Thank you.
Wow. Let me
same thing, Bill.
because I know we're going to do at least one more race before the night's over. So let me get Bart Cubbins in there.
Gregory Gibson had a nice observation about last race. Angie was the second one down from the top place, and Rick was right above Tom Kingery.
You know, I was going to say that. I said, wouldn't it be freaking ironic if Angie was second and we gave a DAL and Rick was the DAL, but he was close. He was 2 up from it.
Poor Angie.
And Lewis says, what year is that Fern coin?
I believe it is a 52, the one we gave away.
Good year.
Yeah, I've got some good foreign coins to give away over the next several weeks. Plus, Charlie left me a whole little thing of silver, guys. So we got some silver, folks.
Nice.
And Bill, I checked today, 39.10 silver's at. Flying Arrow and has said, Bart, your video is awesome. Now I'm going to have to go check out a Bart video. Hey, what happened to Bill? Who's the one that does the bike rides? Is that Blistering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the alien on the front?
Did he fall? Is he okay?
I think he fell, but I think he's okay.
Okay.
No clue.
But don't quote me on that, guys. I did hear something about him falling or wrecking his bike or something.
All right, let me okay, that is the right Bart. I do have the right Bart. Okay, good deal.
Yeah, Barnacle says he fell and broke his wrist.
Oh, broke his wrist. Damn. There's Miss Charlie. She says, hello, beautiful people. Well, hello, beautiful person to you too, Miss Charlie.
That's Jamie. Get better
Bart,
soon.
Bart, no sense
Hi, Miss-
feeling awkward about your videos, buddy. We're all amateurs out here doing this, sir.
Hey, if you want to feel better about your videos, go watch some of mine. The last
Or mine.
The last mine I went through, if you were not on some kind of a attention additive, it's like freaking somebody strapped a camera to a squirrel. Ooh, look at that. I tried real hard not to do that, and I didn't try that particular day. I wasn't thinking about it. I was sitting there watching my video. I'm like, what the hell am I pointing the camera at? Who knows? It's
I
just-
like that. I like that one. I like that one mine video. You went way deep back in there. That was the one I watched. I could see going in that mine with a small handheld pickaxe and trying to jump out a little bit in some of those veins and see if you could pan a little bit of gold out of those.
Oh, you can. 100% guaranteed you can.
So basically, they just gave up to him because for the amount of work they're putting in, they weren't breaking even, as I'm assuming, with the reason those mines got abandoned.
For a gold mine to get started, but this is back in the old days. For a gold mine to get started, it had to be assaying out over an ounce a ton. And what would happen is when they find the initial vein, they take the assayers the best stuff that they can get. When the gold dropped below 1 ounce per ton of ore, this is not including overburden. When the gold value dropped below 1 ounce per ton of ore, they would shut the mine down because the mine would start small and low cost. As the mine grew and production grew, it would inflate like a balloon and then eventually collapse under its own weight because that 1 ounce per ton didn't support the growth.
Well, isn't that what the guys like on the modern gold mining shows now? Isn't that the same thing they use? Is a ounce per 1,000 yards or a ton or whatever it is? Don't they use that same ratio now?
Anything under an ounce per ton is not really profitable for the mine.
Yeah, but here it is 100 years later, and they're using the same ratio as that.
Yeah.
Yep, the price is a lot different now.
Well, Bill, but I read something that 150 years ago, the price of gold, it would buy you an ounce of gold would buy you a good suit, and now you take an ounce of gold, and it'll buy you a really good suit. But
In 1900, an ounce of gold was about $20 an ounce.
Yeah, a $20 coin was 1 ounce. That would buy you a revolver.
A month's wages in 1900 was about $20. So an ounce of gold would get you about a month's wages. But they wanted several ounces of gold to make it worth it, so that they could continue to buy their supplies.
The Empire Mine,
my pain pill just kicked in.
when their gold was $20 an ounce, they paid their miners $5 an hour because they were pulling so much out.
Well, my mom told me that her dad, my grandfather, who I never met, he passed before I was gone. During the depression, when jobs were tough, he was a longshoreman on the docks of Baltimore. He made $5 a week. He, at the end of his work week, a 50-hour week, 10-hour days, they handed him a $5 bill. And if he wasn't home within an hour of work ending, my mom would send her and her sisters out to start hitting the area bars on the waterfront to drag his ass home before he spent that $5 in alcohol.
When Henry Ford opened his first plant, he paid his workers an astonishing wage of $5 per week and unionized style hours, good hours. But you were expected to conduct yourself in the highest of manners, well dressed outside of work, not a drunkard or anything like that, or they would shit can your ass and find somebody who could behave outside of work.
Well, yeah. Why wouldn't they expect that if you're paying a wage so much higher than anybody else? And this goes back, and I'm not going to get into politics here, but this goes back to the whole Colin Kaepernick thing. If your employer is paying you, then you subscribe to the norms that your employer wants. And somebody says, well, he was expressing himself. Yeah, well, if I knelt down during the national anthem in my police uniform, you can bet your ass my ass would have been out the door the next day. Okay? You adhere to the norms of the people paying you. And if you don't want to, find a job somewhere else.
Yeah. So that's your.
And he also wanted to pay his employees enough that they could afford the same vehicle that they were making.
Yes. So it was him.
Yeah, Danny Boy, that would be. Yeah, there you go. Pants cuffs will hold the rest of the day's pay. King's Gold says.
Yeah, I was talking to one guy who actually lived through a fair portion of the Depression. This is a few years ago. It was my boss's dad, and his explanation was during the Depression, if you had a job during the Depression and you kept your job, it wasn't that bad. It was only bad for the people who lost their jobs via the mining relation or anything like that. But if you worked for like Ford Motor Company, you lived through the Depression, you actually weren't living bad. You lived very well because everything was cheap. It was
because there was deflation. Everything went down in price. And what's funny though, you look at that world depression, because obviously the United States depression went into other countries, even though we don't have instant communication like we do now. Germany, everybody went through the Great Depression. 25% of people. So guys, that still meant that 75% of the working population was still out there working.
I've been in every building there, Yodi. No, it's like my dad was telling me Grass Valley, where the Empire Mine is, the Depression never touched them because the whole town worked because the mines were open.
Howdy, show me.
The whole town.
Yeah, and the only thing that really pulled us out of depression was World War II. So you went from a depressed country to now a country that didn't have enough workers. They couldn't get hired fast enough.
Which is when women entered the workforce.
Lots of women. Do you know how Kaiser Medical got their start, Rob? You've got to know this. This is a trivia question for sure. You know
Kaiser Medical?
You know Kaiser Healthcare?
Actually, I don't. I'm not familiar with them.
That's West Coast. They don't have that on the East Coast.
Yeah, we don't have them over here. Blue Cross and Blue Shield is our big one over here.
Kaiser Healthcare is big out here on the West Coast. What it is this dude, I believe his
yes,
name
I do, Yodi, but I make my own.
Kaiser or Bill Kaiser. He was an industrialist, a businessman. He took a contract with the federal government to build these carbon copy, crappy cookie cutter boats for the Navy. And his thing was he compartmentalized the boat so he could build them a lot faster. And he built these crappy ass boats that were junk by anybody's standards, but he could put them out so fast it was sheer volume.
I've seen that on the History Channel. Yes.
So his thing was the way he drew his employees in was by offering healthcare. He said, "Hey, I can hire doctors. I can charge them just a tiny amount of their money, and they get healthcare, which many of these people never had in their lives." So after World War II, he came to the realization there's more money in healthcare than there is in building things. So then you have Kaiser Medical.
I will do some research on that, Zach.
Look up Kaiser Medical. The actual shows that explain it very well are they're the History Channel shows how the war was won, or how manufacturing won the war, because basically we just out manufactured everybody. You want to shoot our airplane down, that's fine. We'll put two in the planes tomorrow. It was really neat.
Yes, basically we weren't building the best stuff in the world. We just produced it faster than what they could shoot it down or sink it.
Yep.
Because the Sherman tank was no match. The Sherman was no match for a Tiger or a Panzer. But
there was 100.
Way more than they did.
There was 100 of them for every one Panzer or Tiger. So
yes.
Well, they had some kind of ratio for the Panzers and the Tigers. I think the Tigers were like 5 Shermans and the Panzers were like 12 that they expected to lose before they could take out this one tank.
Right, and then the guys that survived long enough learned, that your weak spot was on the backside.
Yeah. So all kinds of neat stuff like
Ooh,
that.
that's a good question, Gregory.
What?
Take care, Scott. She wanted to know if Juice Man's still detecting. Joe, I actually knew that story. Yes, the Henry Ford family took the scrap wood, and he had his manager named Kingsford was the manager, and it originally was Ford charcoal, and then he basically turned it over. I can't remember if the plant manager bought it or whatever, and his name was Kingsford, and that's what became Kingsford charcoal. That originally became scrap from the smelting plants.
Yeah.
I just love watching the History Channel and some of those old Industrial Revolution, late 1800s, early 1900s.
Here's a channel you would like, Rob. The Proper People. And what they are is they're 2 guys. They're urban explorers, which means they gain entry however they gain entry. But they go through these abandoned plants, manufacturing places, hospitals, malls are my particular favorite. They gain entry and they go through these malls and plants and manufacturing facilities. I didn't know it. I learned this through their channel. Ford had his own freaking electric plant on site in Michigan. They got into the electric plant, the original plant, while Ford is still building cars next door. They got into the plant and did the tour of it. Ford needed so much electricity, he built his own electric plant there so they could smelt their own steel on site. I didn't realize he did all that.
Well, Ford and Edison were really, really good buddies.
Yep.
Zach, I've been to the top.
We're killing Bill here. We're like 6 minutes past his bedtime.
I've been to the top of the Eiffel Tower when I was in Paris. And when you go to I don't know if it's still there because obviously this was 40 years ago when I was 21. But when you go up there, there's a little room and office in the top of the Eiffel Tower, and it's got 2 wax fingers, one of them of Eiffel and the other one of Edison. And Edison and Eiffel were contemporary inventors together. And that's what you looked at when you walked around the top of the Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower is an ugly ass radio antenna that for some reason we've idolized.
But let me tell you what's wild about that, Zach, is when you're taking that elevator up there, it's got all glass windows in that elevator. And as you're going up the superstructure and it gets narrower and narrower, and you're looking out that superstructure, there is not a nut and a bolt on that entire thing. It is all rivets. And they have put so many coats of paint on that thing year after year that you can barely see the bumps of the rivets anymore because the paint's so thick. But there's not a nut and bolt. Everything on that Eiffel Tower is 1800s rivets.
Well, the Bay Bridge is the same thing.
Yeah.
All riveted and painted. You know how long it takes them to paint the bridge?
Don't they start when they finish?
Yep. It's ongoing. It never
Take care,
stops.
Miss Charlie. It's Arthur and I are heading to bed. Everyone have a great one. Be kind to yourself.
Good night,
And others. That's right. That's right, Miss Charlie. Be good humans. Thank you, Miss Charlie.
Here's another neat thing about the Bay Bridge or the Golden Gate Bridge, either one of them. When they repair it and they replace panels as they have to, they still rivet them.
Yep, they do.
Back in the day, the men made and installed rivets at hundreds of rivets an hour, if not thousands. Now if you watch their process for installing a rivet, that bridge, they would still be building that bridge.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Great show, everybody. Thank you all.
Hang on. We're going to do one more race for silver.
Oh, okay.
Bill's falling asleep over here.
Yeah, but
Everybody, we have one more race, then we're out
let's
of here.
have another silver race. All right, just in case Miss Charlie's still watching in a couple minutes here, I'm going to put Miss Charlie in. All right, guys, this will be another one of those 1/10 gold and silver Netherlands coins. Why? Because I bought 8 of those. All righty,
Okay.
shuffle characters, and 3, 2, 1, and go. Rob wants to hit that 11:22 mark. Oh my God, Angie, was that a Monardo? Flying arrow. Good luck, everybody. Thank you, Olin.
Hey, Rob, what time is it there?
It is 11:09, not quite 11:22 yet, Zach.
A little bit of truth in that statement.
Rocky Fry, thank you. We enjoyed you being here, Rocky. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight.
Good night, Johnny Small Pepper.
Have a good night, Johnny. Thanks for hanging out with us, Johnny.
Still got 47 watching. Very good, Bill.
Yeah. Thanks, Zach.
A few hours.
This will be one of the few races I get to write in after 11 p.m.
Oh, good to hear, Miss Charlie.
Wow. He doesn't have 7 pounds to lose. I do. Gary goes, I just got off work. Gary, enjoyed seeing you out there with Bill, buddy, from Digging SoCal.
Yeah, that was a good video.
Oh, man, that lightning and that beach at sunrise was just cool as hell. All righty, guys, 10 seconds. Chop Shop's in front. Here comes King's Gold. Is King's Gold going to hold it? It looks like he might.
He's still here, too.
Boom.
Yeah.
Really nice, King's Gold. I don't know if King's has your email, Rob. Type your email in for him. If for some reason you can't get it, King's.
Here is my email,
Yeah.
King's Gold, FL
Congratulations, King's Gold.
at me.com.
And he won that right as he said that he liked and shared. Don't forget asking if anybody else did it either. Maybe that's the lucky ticket. You got to like and share.
Could be.
All righty, I put up my email, flthunder at me.com.
All right, everybody. It was a great night. I need to go work on my work truck.
Buzz. Thank you, Zach.
And I'm going to go play some chess, Zach.
Yeah, all I got to do is put on an injector connector real quick. Take me seconds. So
Oh,
anyway, thank you for
If you
coming.
see me,
everybody.
I'll be over there. All right, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Later,
Thanks for
folks.
everybody being here tonight.